Now, objective or the benefits of GST, one nation, one tax. What's the objective behind GST? Instead of several various indirect taxes, they all merged into one tax. It is simplified. GST, a very simple tax payment. Instead of paying the various taxes, indirect taxes for the same goods and services, now we'll pay the one single tax. So what's the objective or advantage? So number one is reduction in cascading effect. What is cascading effect? Earlier we paid tax on tax. Tax on tax. That will be minimized, that will be reduced, that will come to the zero. Now one single tax. No multiple tax will be paid. One single tax you pay it and relieve from all burdens. No need to pay the various indirect taxes as the various point. To the central, to the state, at the cross border, no need to pay any tax. You pay one tax and you relieve from all tensions. So cascading effect is minimized, becomes zero. Tax on tax is reduced. Now there is no tax on tax. Overall reduction in prices, and the effect of that, the price of the goods or commodities are reduced due to GST. Common national market, because all over the country the GST rate is same, so common national market. Benefits to the taxpayer. Through the one single window you do the payment of tax. If I am talking about these 2 points, reduction in cascading effect and overall reduction in prices, it is related to, you can correlate decrease in inflation. Inflation will be reduced because of these two. Inflation of the commodity or goods will be less, so inflation will be reduced. Price of the goods will be reduced, so inflation will decrease. Now the benefits of these two, common national market and benefits to the small taxpayer, ease of doing business. It helps to ease of doing business. Okay, self-regulatory tax system and non-intrusive electronic tax system. Non-intrusive electronic tax system decrease the black money transaction in the market. Now the black money won't be moved. You buy the goods, purchase the goods, you pay input GST, you sell the goods, you collect the output GST, you pay the amount electronically. So the black money, flow of the black money is reduced or decreased. Self-regulatory tax system, it's a self-regulatory tax system, very simple to understand. At home even you can file the GST. Simplified tax regime and reduction in the multiplicity of taxes. So it is more informed consumer. Through this we inform the consumer, inform the taxpayer. Consumption based tax. As much as you consume, that much you pay the tax. Consumption based tax. And abolitions of CST, central sales tax, is abolished. It is for poorer states to gain. The states those who are poor states will be gained with these two, with the GST, consumption based tax and abolition of CST. Protection of domestic industry. You can protect your own industry, home industry, domestic industry. And export to the zero rated. Export to the zero rated. In GST the export will be more easy because of one single tax. Export is become more easy. So this too is related to Make in India project. It is related to Make in India. Protection to domestic industry and export to the zero rated. Now government is taking initiative for the export of goods and services. As much as we do the export, okay, instead of importing the goods, we want to export that goods. We have to manufacture those goods in our country by simplified the tax system. And other problem related to the business rules and regulation related to the business, that become very simplified now. Attracting FDI, we attract the FDI, foreign direct investment, because they know that in India, in our country, the tax regime is very simple to understand and to pay. So there is no interference of any state and central related to that. You open the window of GST number, you take the GST number, pay the amount. So we are attracting the foreign direct investment in our country to generate more and more employment, more and more GDP will be increased, per capita income will be increased, ease of doing business. The people can understand it easily, complexity should be reduced, cascading effects should be minimized, there will be no cascading effects, tax on tax. So these are the benefits. So there are so many benefits of GST. Lot of benefits are there of GST. If you take it is positive, okay, take it positive. The lot of benefits are in GST. Now see the journal entries. See the journal entries of related to GST. First of all, intra-state supply of goods and services. Intra-state means within the same state. Within the same state, when there is a purchase and sale within the same state. Intra-state supply of goods and services, I am talking about the sale and purchase within the same state. If it is Haryana, then within the Haryana. If it is West Bengal, then within the West Bengal. Okay, then on that time, when it is within the West Bengal or within the same state, then the GST, as I had already discussed, GST is central GST and state GST. Central GST and state GST. So if the GST rate is 12%, then 6% will be given to the central and 6% will be given to the state. State will take 6% and central will take 6%. Out of total 12% GST, 6% will be given to the central and 6% will be taken by the state. So if it is central, then CGST, and state for SGST. So the entry, we'll discuss the journal entry when we purchase the goods. Suppose we purchase the goods, purchase of goods. Journal entry will be purchase account debit when we purchase the goods, purchase account debit. Okay. 2, if it purchase for cash, then we'll do the payment to bank account, or if we purchase the goods on credit, then we'll write the supplier's personal account. Supplier's personal account. You may say the creditor's account. You may write the creditor's account, or you write the supplier's personal account. So we'll write the name of the supplier. Suppose we have purchased the goods from Accent Company, so then we'll write Accent Company, to Accent Company. Suppose goods is purchased for rupees 1 lakh. Goods is purchased for rupees 1 lakh, and GST is at the rate of 12%. GST rate is 12%. So when we purchase the goods, so 1 lakh, we'll write it 1 lakh over here, purchase, and what will debit? CGST, input, at the time of purchase we'll write input CGST, account debit, input SGST, account debit, and then to supplier account, or if the payment is done through check, then to bank account. Okay. So purchase account debit, we have purchased the goods for rupees 1 lakh and the GST is at the rate of 12%. Then we'll calculate the 12% of 1 lakh. It is 12,000. So half 6% will be here. 6,000 will be central GST and 6,000 for the state GST. So input CGST 6% and output CGST 6%. Is it clear? GST will be divided into the central GST and state GST. So input central GST and input SGST. So if it is 12%, then 6% here and 6% here. So 6% I have debited here input CGST and 6% for input SGST 6,000. Total will be 1,12,000. 1,12,000. This is the entry for purchase. Entry of purchase of goods. Entry for the purchase of goods. Okay. Suppose out of that some goods are returned. For purchase return, you see the entry for purchase return. Purchase return. Entry for purchase return. This is the entry for purchase of goods. Now purchase return. For purchase return, we will debit the supplier's account, supplier's personal account, supplier's personal account. This is may called the creditor's account. You may write the creditor's word may be used over here, creditor's account or supplier's personal account. Suppose we have returned goods of rupees 10,000. 10,000 goods is returned to supplier. So supplier's personal account will be debited. First, to purchase return. Purchase return will be credited. Purchase return will be credited by us. Purchase return will be credited. So purchase return is how much? 10,000 is the purchase return. Now we will do the reversal treatment of the input CGST and input SGST because the goods is returned. At the time of purchase we have debited the input CGST and input SGST, and when the goods is returned, these two accounts will be credited. Inputs CGST account and input SGST account will be credited. Okay. The tax slab over here was 12%. Tax slab was 12%. They come under the 12% slab. So we'll calculate the 12% of 10,000. The goods which was returned. So 12% is 1200. This 1200 will be divided in two CGST and SGST, half 6% and 6%. So 1200 will be divided into 6% and 6% means 600 and 600. 600 and 600. 6% of what? 6% of 10,000 and 6% of 10,000. This will be divided equally now. 6%, 6%. Here it is 12%. So this will be divided equally. So this account will be debited with the 11,200. Supplier's account will be debited by 11,200. Purchase return will be credited with this. Input CGST and input SGST will reverse it. When we purchase it, we have debited it. Now we do the reversal treatment, reverse it, so that will be cancelled to credit this one. And related to this amount, we will calculate the GST at the rate of 12%. That will be divided in between state and central at the rate of 6% and 6%. So is it clear? At the time of purchase return, this will be the entry at the time of purchase return. At the time of purchase, at the time of purchase return, this is debited at the time of purchase and this is credited at the time of purchase with the this amount. Reversal, this will be reversal entry will be passed for input CGST and input SGST. Is it clear? Now come to the next. Now next is related to sale of goods. When goods is sold, sale of goods. Journal entry related to sale of goods. When the goods is sold, suppose goods is goods sold for rupees 1,20,000 at 12% GST, at the rate of 12% at 12% GST. Okay, it may be on credit, it may be on cash. Okay, so when we sold the goods, then we'll debit the bank account. If it is a cash sales, then we debit the bank account. If it is a cash sales, then we'll receive the amount. Bank account will be debited. Okay, if it is a cash sales. And if it is a credit sales, then we debit the customer's account, or you can say the debtor's account. Debtor's account means customer account will be debited. Customer account will be debited. Okay, customer account will be debited to sales account. To sales account. Goods sold for rupees 1,20,000. I have credited 1,20,000 over here. Okay. Now come to the GST. When we sell the goods, we will collect the GST. When we sell the goods, we will collect the GST. Collected GST is called output GST. Collected GST is called output GST. Now output GST will be CGST and output GST related to state is SGST for state and central. For state and central. For state and central. Now I am going to calculate the GST. GST is at the rate of 12%. GST rate is 12%. So 12% of this amount $14,400. So this will be divided equally, 6% here and 6% here. So 7,200 and 7,200. To central GST, half the central GST and half the state GST. Assuming that this 12% which is collected, half will do the half amount will be for the central and half amount will be for the state GST. Now total is your 004 7,200 1,34,400. This is the entry for sales. Debtors account debit if it is a credit sale, or bank account debit if it is a cash sales. To sales account, 1,20,000 is sold, GST is 12%, so we have calculated a GST of 1,20,000, that has come 14,400, will be divided between them 6% and 6% for central and 6% for state. Okay, here. So entry of sale is clear. Now sales return, see the entry of sales return. If out of these goods which is sold to the customer, if the customer has returned these goods, then the entry will be sales return account debit Yes. 2, customers account or debtors account will be credited. Customers or debtors account will be credited. So customers or debtors account will be credited. So we'll do the reversal of these two. Output CGST will be debited and output SGST will be debited. Reversal entry of these two. Suppose goods return, goods sold is this much and goods returned by customer of rupees 20,000. 20,000 goods is returned by the customer. So sales return 20,000. First of all, we'll write this amount. Then we'll calculate the GST. GST 20,000 or rate is 12%. When we sold the goods, we collect the GST at the rate of 12%. So when the goods is returned, now we'll reverse it with the same percentage. So 12% of 20,000 is 2,400. So this will be divided 6% here and 6% here. So 1,200 and 1,200. So total is 22,400. 22,400. This is the entry for sales return. So output CGST or output SGST which was credited at the time of sale, that will be debited with this amount which was returned. It is a reversal treatment of output CGST and output SGST. Now next, if you purchase any assets, suppose you have purchased furniture is purchased, purchased at rupees 20,000, the rate of GST 12%. Rate of GST is 12%. So what will the entry? Furniture account debit, or if you purchase any assets, the assets account will be debited. Here I have purchased furniture, that furniture account debit 20,000. When we purchase the goods or purchase any assets, then we will write the input GST, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit for state. If you purchase and payment made by check, then bank account, and if it is on credit, then suppliers account, So GST rate is 12%. So we'll calculate the 12% of 20,000. 12% GST on 20,000. So it is 2,400. So half will be in the central and half will be in the state. So total is 22,400. If you purchase any assets, if you purchase the building, then building account debit. If you purchase the motor car, then motor car account debit to input CGST, to input SGST, to supplier account or bank account. Any assets you purchase. Suppose you have purchased the motor car, then we'll write the motor car account debit. You purchase the building, then building account debit. To input CGST, to input SGST, to bank account or to supplier account. Okay. Next is, suppose we have purchased the stationery. Stationery is purchased and we have paid the GST. Stationery purchased. Any expenses, for any expenses, stationery purchase. Stationery purchased. And the GST is stationery purchased for rupees 1000 and GST is at the rate of 6% or at the rate of 12%. GST is at the rate of 12%. So what we'll do over here? Here we'll write the stationery account debit. Stationery account debit. Yes. Stationery account debit with this 1000 and we'll calculate the 12% to 120. So 60 and 60 over here. So 1120. That's it. When we purchase we do any expenses. Suppose we have purchased furniture, so purchase is stationery, then stationery account debit, input CGST, input SGST to bank account if it is payment is made by check, and if it is a credit then supplier's account. Name of the stationery firm or stationery business, we will write the stationery name of the stationery business. Next is for any expenses you have to debit the expenses account. That expenses account you have to debit it. Expenses account you debit it, and input CGST, input SGST will be debited and to this amount. Next is for receiving any commissions or any income. If you are earning any income, okay, earning any commissions, then bank account debit. Suppose you have received any commission, okay, you have received commission received rupees 2000 and GST is 12%. So bank account debit to commission received account. Received is how much? 2000. Here when we received any amount as an income, then on that time GST will be output CGST and output SGST will be credited. GST rate is 12%, so 12% we will calculate it. 12% of 2000, 12% of 2000. So it is 240. So 120 is here and 120 is here. So here it is 2240 bank account. This is for any income you have received. Suppose you have received rent. Rent is received. Rent received. Suppose it is 24,000 rent is received or 30,000 rent is received. Then GST will be at the rate of 30,000 on 30,000 at the rate of 12%, it is 3,600. So half 1,800 is here and half 1,800 is here, and you have received 33,600 total, including GST, central and state GST. Okay. Similarly, it may be related to the, if you have withdrawn any amount from the business for your personal use, that is called drawings. Withdrawn the amount from the business for personal use. Proprietor withdrew the amount, withdrew the goods costing rupees 5,000 for personal use. This is called what? This is called drawings. This is the transaction. Suppose this one is the transaction. The entry will be drawing account debit, drawings account debit 5,000. Okay, write this amount we will write later on. To purchase account 5,000 goods is withdrawn and the GST rate is 12% is the rate of GST. At the time of purchase we have paid the GST 12%. So that will be, we'll do the reverse entry of that input GST. So input GST, input CGST and input SGST will be credited. Input CGST and input SGST will be credited, and the GST rate is 12%. So 12% of 5,000, it is 600. So 300 over here and 300 here. So it is 5,600. This will be entry for drawings. If the GST is there, the entry for drawing will be like this. Okay. If goods is lost by fire, suppose the goods is lost by fire. Goods is lost by fire. Goods lost by fire, rupees 40,000. So entry will be loss by fire account debit, loss by fire account debit. The amount will write it. Purchase will be credited because goods is lost, so purchase will be credited with the 40,000. GST is 12%. I assumed it, GST is 12%. So here it is 48. So 48 will be divided equally 6% and 6%. So it is 44,800. Goods lost by fire. The entry will be lost by fire account debit 44,800 to purchase, to input CGST, to input SGST. Similarly, next entry, if the, suppose if the goods is given as charity, goods costing rupees 5,000 given away as charity, then what will do? Charity account debit, charity account debit. What will debit? Charity, charity account debit. Goods is given away, so purchase will be credited 5,000. Then we'll calculate the GST of on 5,000 at the rate of 12%. It is 600. So 300 to input CGST and 300 to input SGST. It's a reversal entry. 5,600 will be debited for charity. Okay. Goods given as free sample. Goods costing rupees 5,000 given away as free sample. Free sample. Then the entry will be free sample. Whether we'll write the free sample or we may open the account for advertisement account, will be debited 5,000 and credit this one, and this is the CGST and SGST. Okay.